What is up, everybody? It is episode 50. One more time. I'm going to say it louder. 50. It is episode 50. The shift is here. We are so excited to do episode. Which number is it, Nick?
50, 50,
50, baby. Like
50,
Hawaii
big
50.
50, big 50, man. How
Happy
about
50th
that?
anniversary to us, I guess, right?
Happy 50th, man. Happy
Yeah.
50th. I had to bring out the big guns for today.
Oh yeah, what are the big guns? Well, what guns are we talking about?
The entire A's wardrobe today.
Yeah.
This is an A's episode. So
Are you embarrassed,
A's.
or are you like are you embarrassed, or is there pride there? Like what are we doing?
I am they're a joke of an organization, but I'm on the train, the faction to get them back to Philadelphia. We'll take care of them. I'm on that train.
You with this organization back in Philadelphia? I don't want to deal with this organization back in Philly. I don't want to deal with them, sending their good players down to the minors.
We take care of them. I think we take care of them as a fan base, as a city, as a region. We take care of the Philadelphia A's.
They'll probably have Matt Clintack be the GM, dude. If they bring him back here,
stop.
Yeah, I'm just saying what will really happen.
Stop. We're not doing that. We're not doing that again. No way. No way.
Okay.
We can't do it.
Okay.
But
okay.
Well, that faction. We're
going to talk about the A's today. Don't worry. There's a lot to talk about. The Athletics. Could there be a minor league team that's better than them? It's possible. I don't know. There's been comparisons of bad. Like I remember there's been bad NBA teams in the past talking about like, oh, could this college team be better than them? So we're gonna have that conversation. There's a legitimate conversation here. There is a legitimate one. We're gonna get to that in just a little bit. But Nick, we have to start today. It's a huge hot topic, really in the sports world, but it's the number one topic in baseball right now. Spencer Strider. I don't know what the exact update is on him right now, but has had some arm issues, within the last week, and looks like potential that he could be getting Tommy John surgery. Shane Bieber will be getting Tommy John surgery. He was very emotional when talking about this. Shane Bieber, obviously, before the season even started, Garrett Cole having his troubles. He's missing months. Yuri Perez, one of the more exciting young pitchers in Major League Baseball, done for the year. It has just been an epidemic to start the year. That's been the popular word, but I'm going to use it here, Nick. It's been a popular word for pitchers in baseball with these, with these injuries. And it's really, really coming at a fast rate to start the year. It's not good, Nick. It's not good. MLBPA fires back and says, oh, it's because of the pitch clock. Bull crap. I remember Max Scherzer talked about this last year. I tried to find the audio, but I couldn't find it. So no biggie. But I don't know, Nick. We talked about this when you came on my sports talk show in Westchester over the weekend. I assume we're gonna have a similar conversation here. But man, what this is not good. It's not good.
No, not at all. This is kind of something that's been brewing for a long time in baseball, right? I mean, this has been going on for a long time now, and it's really coming to fruition with all these injuries at once. Like you're kind of seeing the buildup of years and years of how pitching in baseball has been taught, in my opinion. That's how it is. This is a deep-rooted issue for baseball in general, across youth baseball, high school, college, major leagues. This is not just a major league problem. This is a baseball problem from the young T-ballers all the way up, in my opinion. You had the MLBPA, you mentioned it. They're blaming the pitch clock. Major League Baseball, they're citing a Johns Hopkins study that still isn't fully published yet on the pitch clock and the link between the injuries. They're saying, no, it's not the pitch clock. So these two are fighting and they're not getting anywhere. It's really stupid, in my opinion, how they're fighting about this. This is an issue. So in 2023, I was looking at an article in Athletic. They referenced an article the Ringer put out that there was 263 UCL surgeries in 2023. That was an uptick from, I believe, 111 since 2011. Like you go look at 2011, there was about 100 or so. Now it's like more than doubled at this point. So that's an issue. And people want to just blame the pitch clock. It's so easy for the players to do. Oh, it's the pitch clock. We have to move fast. No, 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 no. No. It's a combination of everything. It's so obvious it's a combination of everything. And a lot of it has to do with the velocity and the stress pitchers are put on to try and throw 100 miles an hour. I'm not saying it's the only reason, but I think that's the main culprit, right? Like guys growing up, they want to throw really hard, right? And you're seeing guys throw in the upper 90s, into the triple digits. And you have to remember that throwing a baseball and pitching a baseball is not a normal motion for the human arm. It's not a motion that you're supposed to be doing over and over again at that high intensity. That's why you're seeing guys who are revving it up, throwing 100 and just worrying about throwing as hard as they can, hurt their arms so much. I mean, it's not a normal motion for the human arm, and that's why you're seeing so much strain put on these tendons in their elbows. It's the arm motion, it's the velocity, it's the stress on velocity, the pitch clock. This is a deep-rooted issue, and it starts when players are younger, because players nowadays, in my opinion, are just kind of told, hey, throw as hard as you can, because that's what teams are looking for. That's why you see guys only go 4, 5, 6 innings. And we see a guy go throw a complete game. It's like wonders. Like, it's like, whoa, this guy pitched more than 6 innings, or 5 innings. So I think this is more of a deep-rooted issue that baseball's got to, just address at some point, especially, with the way they're doing it now and just coming out and just bickering like they usually do. Nothing's going to get solved, and this problem is going to just continue for these young pitchers. And it's just the way the game's been taught at this point. I feel like guys aren't as worried about their command and control and pitching than they are the velo. The velo is just like the number one priority, feels like, anymore. And it's unfortunate with how things are going, because now it's hurting a lot of guys, and you're seeing all these UCL injuries, which is terrible. You don't want to see a guy get Tommy John once or even twice in their career.
Yeah, I mean, Nick, why can't we have more guys like a Kyle Hendrick, somebody who has nasty movement on their pitches, but doesn't necessarily throw at a high velocity? He knows where to place the ball. Not to say that velocity isn't important. It is. It depends on the pitcher you are. But it seems like every single pitcher nowadays that comes out. I mean, look at Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens is nasty. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not necessarily complaining about the talent that I'm watching, but if it's coming at a cost, I mean, I remember a couple of years ago, I haven't even really seen much of him. I don't even know what's going on with him right now. I think he's back. Dustin May. Remember when he was pitching against the Brewers? I remember him going down and how sad of a day that was. Like, it is the talent where these guys are throwing on average 100. It seems like some of the most talented guys. Like, now I'm concerned about a guy like Jack Leiter eventually coming up. I was a big fan of watching Jack Leiter pitch at Vanderbilt. Him and Kumar Rocker. I love watching those guys. I'm extremely excited for Leiter to eventually come up with the Rangers at some point. But it makes you think. It's like, all right, at what point are they going to have to get Tommy John? We're not going to see them for a couple of years. Right here in Philadelphia, Andrew Painter.
Yep.
I mean, the guy's 21 years old now, I think, maybe. At what cost? At what cost is it, Nick? At what cost at this point? Because definitely not a pitch clock issue. It's only been here for a year and a week and a couple of days. Literally. Yeah. That's all it's been here. And I'll read real quick from Baseball America. This is an article. I mean, this is really common knowledge at this point. But let's just go from the year 2008. Four-seam fastball velocity. But every single year, it literally went up a little bit, up to the point in 2023 where we're now at 94 miles per hour. The slider went from 83 in 08 to it's 85 now. Look, nasty stuff. Love to watch guys like Jordan Hicks throw hard. Love to watch it. Hey, I grew up watching Billy Wagner. He was nasty. He was filthy. I love watching the radar gun throw 100, but it's the max effort stuff is it's coming at a cost in baseball.
Yep.
It's not good. It's not good because you sent me a tweet earlier. Framber Valdez is he gonna need Tommy John? I don't know. There's a report that he's getting some elbow soreness, so not good for the sport, Nick. Not good, and I don't know. I mean, it's just going to be a teaching thing, like you said. It's going to have to be a teaching thing from the bottom up, from little league to now to the major leagues. It's got to be a teaching thing.
Yeah, you're definitely right, and yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I did send you the tweet about Framber. Like he's out with elbow soreness now. Like these top end, it's not just guys like who are middle of the rotation, back end starters. It's the top guys. Strider, another guy. I mean, it could be his second. Is he going to need a second Tommy John of his career? Like this is getting out of hand. He's so young. He's 25 years of age. Andrew Painter, you just mentioned a couple seconds ago. He's 20. He had his Tommy John at 19 years old, Fran. At 19 years old.
Some other names that passing. You sent me the passing article.
Yeah.
I'll just read a short synopsis from this paragraph. Right, Ohtani's had it. DeGrom's had it. I think that maybe DeGrom's had it twice. I don't know. Alcantara.
Yep.
Robbie Ray is going to come back at some point this year and supposed to help out the Giants rotation. It's supposed to be, a big part of the top end of that rotation with Snell and Logan Webb. McClanahan, big time young guy. I love watching Shane McClanahan pitch. He's nasty. He's filthy stuff. His fastball slider combination, filthy. But I've been able to watch him. Walker Buehler. Eventually, I mean, I guess he's back now, right? Is he even? I think he's back. I haven't seen him pitch really. Giolito. That's got the guy. He's out for the year. Felix Bautista. I mean, the Orioles think they can replace Craig Kimbrell with Bautista. I'm not trying to make jokes here, but like in all seriousness, like Bautista, one of the best relievers in baseball. Yep. Shane Baz, Kumar Rocker. I mentioned Rocker with Leiter. Like, there you go. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Rocker was had a big injury there. So it's just like you said, just to kind of add to that there. It's just like who's next? Who's next at what point? And who's it going to be? Is it going to be someone for the Phils? Is it going to be Zach Wheeler? Is it going to be Aaron Nola? I'm not even trying to do all that. Knock on wood. But you get it.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. Buehler, I think, start recently, so he's working his way back. But yeah, no, going back to the point at hand here. This is just, it's getting out of hand. And like, obviously, like if you could throw 99, 100, right? Like, and then throw like a nasty slider, a nasty curveball, take the brakes off, right? A hitter and get them all confused up with it. Obviously, it's definitely a weapon to have, to be able to throw that hard. But it comes at a cost, like we've talked about, like we've mentioned here to open up the show. Like it's going to come at a cost at some point. Like your arm's going to give out, man. Like if you're power pitching every single pitch, every single fastball, every single time you go out and take the bump, it's going to come back to bite you. And we're seeing it over and over again after a while. It's catching up with a lot of these guys who throw hard, and you're seeing like, and over, the past 10 or so years, 10 to 15 years, you're not seeing guys go as deep into ball games anymore. And this is kind of part of the reason, right? You're throwing so hard. Guys are gassed by the fifth, sixth inning because they're trying to throw so hard early on in games, right? Every pitch, they're like at 100% max velocity. And it's catching up to him. It's catching up to him. I'd be curious to I want to hear what people have to say. So comment, let us know your thoughts about this, because I think Francisco and I are on the same page. I think most people who are baseball fans are on our kind of on the same page as us. So this is a deep rooted issue. This is a complex issue. I think there's a lot of factors. I don't think the pitch clock helps. I don't think it helps have that quick turnaround. These power pitchers, with the short timing. I get it. I see why, the Players Association might bring that up, but that's not the only reason. It's not the only reason. We can't just pretend it's just the pitch clock. It's not. It's everything. It's the way pitchers are being taught how to pitch. It's the arm motion, the unnatural motion of pitching. That's part of it. The clock might have a little bit to do with it, but it's a deep, deep-rooted issue, and we got to have some type of discussion here where we're not just bickering and blaming and pointing fingers, because this is a wide ranging issue with a bunch of different factors that play a role here.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So yeah, definitely a big problem. We're gonna continue to monitor what's going on. We'll, maybe by next episode we'll have an update for you on Spencer Strider.
Yeah.
All of that. Maybe we can kind of talk about what the solutions are for going forward in future episodes for sure. We'll definitely going to continue to talk about this because it's definitely a big issue in Major League Baseball and for viewership and for the for baseball fans just viewing experience. It's not good to have these star pitchers continuing to go down here. Meat potatoes, baby.
Whoa, took the jacket off for
Yeah,
this
no, I'm
one.
getting hot. It just happened. I
Yeah.
know that was kind of smooth, right? That was smooth. I know that's what I do most of the time. They call me Mr. Smooth.
No, they don't. No, they
Yes,
don't.
we do.
Based no,
Yes,
no,
we
no,
do.
no. They don't because based on your tweet the other day,
Oh
was it?
yeah, you
and
like that?
I
Yeah,
thought it was hilarious.
that was typical me with the corny joke. Well, it's funny. I didn't realize that because I went with my buddy Johan and Mike to the Phillies Reds game last
Oh,
Monday, where Spencer
nice,
Steer hit a grand slam to give the
nice.
Reds a win. Your team, but I didn't realize there.
Must have
I was sitting.
18 teams at this point.
Yeah, you're just a fan of everybody. I respect that, I guess. So I was sitting there and I didn't really think of it then, but then we were hanging out over the weekend and I was like, oh, like I think I brought up Johan Rojas and I was like, oh, yeah, your name's Johan and my last name's Rojas. Like we're Johan Rojas. And so I decided to text my friend Tom, who
Yeah, met Tom.
well,
Met Tom.
Tom, maybe he's listening, maybe he knows about this. I asked permission if I could, use the text to put it on Twitter and IG. So I texted him and I said, "Yo, I was with my buddy Johan the other night, and Johan Rojas, and he was like, talked to any girls last night? I bet you were getting as many swings and misses as he was." I was like, that was good.
It's a
That
good
was
one.
good.
It's a
It
good
was
one.
good. I took it on the chin.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
funny. I
yeah,
gave
it
it
was
to him.
fun.
I don't know why I didn't think of something like that before I texted him. I was like, man,
Yeah,
you're just gonna come back with some crap.
I
But
I I gotta give Tom credit, man. That was a heck of a comeback, and
that was great.
that's
But it
the
wasn't my
definition
whole
of
thing. It
down
was like
bad.
it wasn't deserved because I was cracking a
Oh,
joke. I was
oh,
texting. I was like, "Hey man, isn't that funny?" He's like, "Yo, yeah, you talked to a girl that night because you took your misses." Yeah, nah. See,
I
I just thought it was a little uncalled for.
I thought it was very called for, and I'm a big fan of Tom.
Why
I
was he called
enjoyed.
for, Nick?
Why not? Why not?
Oh,
I mean, why
great
not?
comeback.
Why
Right,
not?
right, right.
Oh god.
Anyway, we were getting to the meat and potatoes here. It's been 10 days since the season started.
Yeah,
So we got a little bit of sample size.
a little bit,
Nick,
a little bit.
who has impressed you so far? Give me some players, give me some teams. Who do you like? Give me three. I'll give you three, but
All right.
run through them here.
All right. So there's been three teams I chose, and I kind of chose like a player from each team as well. The Pittsburgh Pirates. What a start they've been off to, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been pretty ridiculous to start the season. I believe they're in first place right now in the Central. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that they'd be right up in the standings with an over 500 record? Let me double check here, just make sure I have it correct. Yeah, they're 8-2. They're eight
Yeah.
and two as of the time we're doing this show. So listen, I did not expect that. O'Neal Cruz, he's been ridiculous. He leads the team with 14 hits.
My
Yeah, I
guy.
gotta give credit. That's your
Yeah.
Cruz, I guess, right?
Yeah. Your
Um,
Cruz did some things tonight, though.
yeah, he did. He did. We'll get to that before the end of the show. It's not even on our rundown, but we'll get to it
Well, yeah.
definitely.
Sometimes things just surprise us. Yeah.
But yeah, no, they've been on. They took 2 or 3 from the Orioles. They've had 5 or more runs in 7 out of their 8 wins so far. So their offense has been cooking. Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
very very impressed with the Pittsburgh Pirates and what they've been able to do offensively to start the year on the right foot. So got to give credit to the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm going to the game when the Phillies play the Pirates next Sunday. So that'll be interesting. Get to see them in action. Team number 2, got to go with the New York Yankees. Hate saying this, but they've been pretty good so far. I can't lie. They're at the top of their division as well to start 9 wins, 9-2 to start off their first 11 games. Juan Soto, 9 for 17 in the opening series against the Houston Astros. He's been the man so far for them. That's what they wanted. That's who they traded for. He's been showing up early on in the season. They're able to sweep the Astros to start the year. The Astros, obviously, no joke, just in the ALCS last year. And we know what they've been able to do over the past few seasons. So, been impressed with the Yankees to start off. We saw Stanton hit a grand slam the other game a couple days ago. So, I mean, if Stanton can stay healthy and they get that Stanton, the Yankees are going to be a team to watch throughout the rest of the year. All right. And then team number 3 that I've been impressed with, the Milwaukee Brewers, man. I've been pretty impressed with them. Contreras, he's looked really, really good offensively. Leads the team in hits. Is batting 387, 2 homers, 8 ribbies, 12 total hits on the year coming into tonight. Offensively, they've been really good too. So Pittsburgh and Milwaukee, 2 teams I don't think we really discussed much as, being teams that may win that division. But it's so early on in the season. But so far, about 10, 11 games in, those are the 3 teams and some players I liked to start the year.
I like it. I like your picks. So I'm going to start with 2 players here.
Okay.
First player, I'm glad I have him on my fantasy team because, not going to lie, I missed the draft. I forgot about it. And I drafted this player, and I was like, I don't want this player. What did I do? He's been hurt over the last couple of years. He had a monster year for St. Louis back in 2021, but hasn't really been the same player since then. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Tyler O'Neill. My gosh, he has just been on fire. He's leading the majors in home runs, I believe, right now. His baseball reference page says 5 homers right now, leading the American League in runs scored. Slugging percentage of .893. Is that even possible? Apparently it is. OPS 1,400. OPS plus 308. Those are Barry Bonds type of numbers. Is it Tyler O'Neill or is it Barry Bonds? I'm not really sure. But the Red Sox, they need this type of production. Will it continue? I don't know. But Tyler O'Neill already has more than half of his home run total that he did last year when he played 72 games for St. Louis. Tyler O'Neill was kind of a pick probably for a lot of people for a bounce back year, last year. Didn't happen. Believe he got hurt. Only played 72 games. And I remember there was that whole thing with him and Marmol, the manager. There was that whole riff about him not hustling or whatever. So I don't remember exactly how that all went down. But O'Neill is on fire to start the year, and my fantasy team is very thankful for Tyler O'Neill. So a little biased here, but Tyler O'Neill, not a big expectation for him this year, I think. But he is tearing the cover off the baseball over there in Fenway. Number 2, I'm going to go from the Red Sox to their rival, the New York Yankees. Anthony Volpe having a monster start to the year. Yep. I mean, that kid's playing with so much pressure. I mean, he's being compared to Derek Jeter. I had made a video last year saying he could be better than Derek Jeter. So, of course, he watched that, and he's got that in the back of his mind. He's like, oh, man. Fran said I'll be better than Jeter. I don't know. Can I do it? But he's leading the American League in batting average right now at 424, OBP of almost 500, and almost 1,100 OPS. Of course, we know what he can do with the glove. Last year, winning a Gold Glove, finishing top 10 in Rookie of the Year voting, despite having a batting average and on-base percentage not very good, but still had 21 homers. So, but as far as this season goes, Volpe is just he is on fire to start the year. So I'm very impressed to see Anthony Volpe doing what he's doing for the Yankees so far this year. You talked about the Yankees a little bit there, so I'm adding with some Volpe talk there. And my gosh, I just did a whole AL East entire impressive whole thing because the Red Sox as a team are my most impressive. I won't say most impressive team, but they're definitely one of the most impressive teams that I've watched so far. They're 7-3 on the year. And the most impressive thing they've done, Nick, they're throwing a lot less fastballs than they usually do. Mm-hmm. Tanner Houck, I believe, in a start a couple of days ago, threw 1 4-seamer. It didn't throw 1 4-seamer. Didn't even throw 1. He had 6 scoreless innings, 10 strikeouts. Didn't throw 1 4-seam fastball. It's unheard of, especially when Houck, when we were just talking about for the whole first 15 minutes of the show about guys that are throwing max effort. guy throws hard and didn't throw one fastball in a 9-0 win. So the Red Sox rotation not throwing fastballs at all, I think, is very, very intriguing. How long does this last? I don't know, but the rotation so far has been pretty nasty. Pavetta, Cutter Crawford, Garrett Whitlock, and Tanner Houck have been really good to start the year. And like I mentioned there with Tyler O'Neill doing the damage that he has done so far for this offense, really good. Jaron Duran starting the year off really well. The offense in general right now, they have a really good start to the season. How can they sustain this? I don't know, but I'll tell you, I did not expect the Red Sox to come out like they have through the first 10 games of the season, as they sit 7-3 behind those Yankees, and your Orioles sitting in third at 5-4.
It's all right. Yeah, listen, I like those picks. I like the Tyler O'Neill pick. I think that was a great one. Volpe, he's on his way. Like I understand he struggled a little bit last year coming up first time, right? Like a lot of pressure on the kid. But I think this is the year he might pop, and he's already off to a great start. You and I kind of on the same page with the Yankee stuff right there. I mean, they're off to a fantastic start. Obviously the pitching, Garrett Cole getting hurt. If they can get that back, if they can stay healthy, and we said that in the beginning of the year, if the Yankees can stay healthy, they're as dangerous as anyone in baseball. Obviously it's only April, a long season to go, but Volpe's look good, Soto's looked really good. They're on their way, and I know there's an owner we're going to talk about in just a second, who's also a big fan of Aaron Judge. So the Yankees look good. He's going to be hitting home runs. Stanton's already hitting home runs. The Yankees are on their way, and they're off to a really hot start. Don't love saying that, but they are. They are. The Yankees are for sure. But I like your picks.
Facts. All right, let's talk about your Oakland A's. We got some stuff to talk about here. We got some intriguing topics. A's, they're going to Sacramento, bud. Going to where they're going to Sacramento. They're going to play at what was it called? Sutter Ballpark.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The name is escaping me. I want to make sure I get it right. But they're going to be playing in Sacramento. It looks like a glorified, minor league
field. It is. It's a minor league park. It's a minor league park.
But it's nice though. But it's nice. So I mean by glorified is it's nice.
Yeah, it's a glorified. It's a glorified major league stadium. It's not a major league stadium.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of nice though. That's all I want to say. Can I say
nice.
that?
Yeah, it's nice.
I know you're angry, so if you want to get some stuff off your chest, go ahead.
I have no problem with the stadium. The stadium didn't do anything to me. It didn't do anything to the Athletics. It didn't do anything to the Athletics fans. This is ridiculous. I am so sick and tired of John Fisher. What a disgrace the Oakland A's are. I am so sick and tired of this franchise just being thrown under the bus, and Rob Manfred and Major League Baseball allowing this to happen. The tanking has been unbelievable. This team's done this forever. John Fisher, the fact they have to go play in Sacramento, they're not even going to be called the Sacramento A's, Francisco. They're going to be called the A's or the Athletics. They're not having a city to their name over the next couple seasons after this year until they move to Vegas, which is crazy. Dope. So
that's dope. I think it's dope.
You know what's insane? That this stadium, the AAA stadium that they're going to play in, because they're essentially a minor league team playing in the majors right now. We'll talk about that in a second. This stadium holds 14,014 fans. That's how much this stadium. That's the capacity of this stadium. It's not a major league stadium. It doesn't have major league facilities. And as a major league ball player, I'd be pretty ticked off about this. And why would you ever want to go play for the Oakland A's? But you know what's crazy? The A's right now, they wouldn't even fill half the stadium because their average attendance is 6,400 right now in 2024. And I don't blame A's fans. I don't blame A's fans whatsoever. I wouldn't want to go to Oakland Coliseum where they've let it go to crap and it's just completely run down. John Fisher is one of the worst owners in sports. He's up there with the Dan Snyders of the world, the New York, who's the New York Knicks owner, whatever the hell his name is. He's a terrible owner too. His name's escaping me at the moment. But he is one of the worst owners in sports.
James Dolan.
Yeah, James Dolan, Jim Dolan. He's another beauty. But for John Fisher, when he was making the announcement that the A's are moving to Sacramento, that they were going to go play in this stadium until the late 2020s, you know what he said? I'm paraphrasing, but he said he looked forward to Oakland A's hitting home runs at this stadium and players like Aaron Judge. He couldn't name one player on his own team that he is the owner of. He decided to name not just any player, a New York Yankee, to hit home runs in his ballpark where the team that he owns will play against. Is the worst. And I feel so bad for the Oakland A's fans because they did not deserve this. Oakland had a great fan base. When the A's were rocking and they were winning 20 games in a row, they showed up.
Yeah, in
And
2002.
yeah, but I'm saying, like, even when the A's were making the playoffs in the mid 2010s, they were still showing up. They're a great fan base. And I just feel sick for those guys and gals out there in Oakland that aren't going to be able to experience a good baseball team, a well-run organization anymore, because that hasn't happened in a long time. John Fisher should be ashamed of himself, and the A's and Major League Baseball, this is a stain on the game. Another one under the Rob Manfred era. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, no, I mean,
done.
for being real, like I'm being sarcastic here, just messing with you, but like in all seriousness, it's you got to be kind of embarrassed if you're an athletics player. You're embarrassed if you're an Oakland Athletics fan that they just don't care. The owner doesn't care. Nobody cares. It's really bad. And I know you're embarrassed sitting there with your athletics gear on. You know, somebody that had a member of your family that played for
right
the
here,
Athletics.
Man. Right here.
There he is. Lefty Grove's best friend. Yeah. George Earnshaw. Shout out to George. But yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing. It's not. It's there's really like honestly like not a lot to say. Like
No.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see the A's play in the stadium. Honestly, the next couple of years. I know you don't want to hear that, but I think it's kind of interesting. I think it'll be funny to a certain extent. I know that's not very.
It is funny. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is a Major League Baseball team going to play in a AAA park, which they're not even paying rent. I don't believe. I think they're just going to be upgrading the facilities there because they need Major League facilities. And like, you can't even stay in your own ballpark till the new one's built. Like, this is how poorly run and poorly thought out this whole thing is. It's awful.
It's bad. Yeah. All right. Well, do you think the Athletics are better than the Norfolk Tides?
Can I be real?
All right, for context for people, I will definitely give where I got this idea credit from. It was Jim Bowden, right? Jim Bowden, from the Athletic, one of the more well-known baseball insiders. And he had people. I guess I don't know if people asked him questions or whatnot. He did it in an article form, and he said, or I guess someone asked the question or like a statement. The Norfolk Tides have a better team than the Oakland A's, and it's either overreaction or it's on point. And he says on point. I want to. It's still a Major League Baseball team, man. Like I'm sorry, the Athletics still. Like I look, Jackson Holiday hasn't even played a game. Maybe, right? Some of these guys, I know. Huh?
Give context. This is the Baltimore Orioles AAA affiliate.
That's why I meant to give that context.
Baltimore Orioles AAA affiliate. Yes.
I apologize. And they have the Orioles. I have it here. Orioles have about nine? Holiday, Mayo, Kierstad, Norby, McDermott, Povich, and Armbruster. That's seven guys in AAA that are in the top 20. I mean, 6 guys are in the top 10 of their prospects, and 1 guy that's in top 20 that are all in AAA. And it says all their ETA time. Guess what? 2024. So apparently, maybe these guys are coming up soon. But Nick, I know what side you're gonna play, but I am on the side here that the Athletics still have Major League Baseball players that I know they sent down Esteury Ruiz, and that was really stupid. I'm not saying that was smart. But you still got,
It's probably on purpose. It was on purpose.
It was obviously. Brent Rooker's still there. 30 home runs last year. You got Brent Rooker. You got a little Seth Brown. You got a little JD Davis. Shea Langoliers. I don't even know if I got Lanier's name right out there. I think I did. You got a little Alex Wood there. Alex Wood's had some, good past work here. Ross Stripling. I think he made an all-star team for the Dodgers. What are we talking about?
Yeah, Ross is nice.
Paul Blackburn. He's got some stuff like, come on. Let's relax, all right? The Norfolk Tides, or I think I got Mason Miller on my fantasy team. He's nasty. Throwing 101, 102. He's ready for Tommy John soon, probably. That's not funny, but it is funny at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just I'll take the A's in a 7-game series. I'll take the A's 4-1.
Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you done?
Norfolk Tides,
as much as I love the A's, the Philadelphia A's, we should come back to Philadelphia. We take care of them for sure. Philadelphia would take care of them. I've seen some people on the Twitterverse on board with bringing the A's back to Philadelphia. We could have 2 teams. I could see us having 2 teams here. That's fine. But with that, the Norfolk Tide are definitely better than the Oakland A's right now. I mean, you did all the work for me, Francisco. I don't even have to do any work. I had stuff written down for this. I don't need to do any work. You did it all for me. They got Jackson Holiday, Mayo, Kerstad. It's unbelievable.
And how much major league
all these guys could be their own franchise right now. They could all be up in the majors as of right now. Jackson Holiday
doing what? They might get to the majors. They might have a bad first year. What are we talking about?
Oh, stop.
What are we talking about?
I will take the Norfolk Tide in a 7-game series 10 times over against the Oakland A's right now because of how poorly they're managed over there. And first of all, I told you earlier, John Fisher can't even name a player on his own team to hit home runs at his new stadium in his AAA stadium.
I don't care.
That just tells you right there. That tells you right there that the Norfolk Tide, I'm taking a AAA team for the Baltimore Orioles with all the great prospects that they have. They just know how to develop players there. I'm taking them over the Oakland A's any day of the week, 10 times over.
Prospects. That's the key word. Prospects. They haven't played games in the majors.
Days are essentially a minor. Days are going to be playing in a minor league stadium. They're on the same level as
major league players. What are you talking about?
But do they?
Yes.
Not all of them. Not all of them should be.
Okay, that's more than enough.
No way. No way are the A's better than Norfolk Tide. I would take the Norfolk Tide with all those guys. Jackson Holiday by himself could be better than any.
How do you know Holiday's not going to come up and struggle in his first year? How do you know?
Because I picked him to win Rookie of the Year. I know he's going to win Rookie of the Year when he comes up in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, in like September. Yeah.
He's not coming up in September. Stop that. He's coming up soon. He'll be up. He'll qualify for Rookie of the Year. He's going to win it. My prediction will become correct.
Is he still is he blocked right now? Hayes, Mullins, and Santander.
Isn't Kemp playing? Where's he playing right now?
Tony Kemp. He's there. He's on their bench, bro.
Yeah, but he's getting more time. They should have Jackson Holiday up over Tony Kemp.
Oh, you mean as like a utility guy?
As something, yeah.
They're not going to bring Jackson Holiday up to be a utility.
They're going to bring, but they're going to bring up the star. They can't leave him down here the way he's been playing. They cannot leave Jackson.
Yeah, they can. Why can't they? They can say they could be like a discipline thing, man. You have a boot camp day. It's like keep doing your thing down there, buddy.
You have a budding star sitting right there. Bring him up.
Okay, so what are you going to do? Send down Austin Hayes, send down Cedric Mullins. You're going to send him down.
They have a great problem to have. It's a great problem to have, Francisco. What they have, and Jackson Holiday is going to be a superstar. Oh, we got a comment, by the way. Our buddy Jovan. Half of the A's roster deserves to be in the minors or triple or 4A. He put 4 A's.
Relax, Jovan. I love you, Jovan.
He's right. He's right.
I like
Most
Jovan,
of the
but
roster shouldn't be in the majors. I can't even name half the guys on the A's.
They're still good enough.
Their owner can't even do it. Can't even do it.
The Tides got all these guys that haven't played in the majors at all. I'll take some of the experience from the A's in the majors. Brent Rooker's 30 home runs. You know what I'm saying? Bring back up Estorio Ruiz, and we got 90 stolen bases for you right there.
Well, Ruiz is fantastic. I love Ruiz, but
he's fantastic.
I'll take the Tide any day of the week. Any day of the week, I'm taking the Tide.
Well, you know the Phillies and Cardinals went to extras?
I did. I got my TV kind of diagonal. I think the Phillies took the lead. Oh, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Phillies took the lead again. I don't know. This is not a Phillies show. I apologize.
So speaking of prospects, we got to round out the show.
Yes, we do. What you got for me? Who's your prospect of the week, sir, Mr. Prospect Man? Because all you got is prospects. So go ahead. This guy should be in the majors too. Go ahead.
Yeah, Heston Kjerstad is my guy.
Oh my gosh! Go ahead.
I couldn't not pick him. So
yeah, you could have picked.
I told you. So before the show, you were like, "You better not pick Jackson Holiday." I was like, "I'm not going to pick Jackson Holiday," but I did pick his teammate, Mr. Kjerstad, who I think I was able to call some of his games when I worked for Wilmington. I think he was on Aberdeen at that time. He was AAA Player of the Week, Francisco. He had 6 home runs, 21 RBIs, a 1753 OPS in just 6 games. Now, I want to go back to this one game. It was a couple days ago. He's 31 ranked overall prospect, by the way. They scored 26 runs in a game. I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
Do you know how many RBIs Mr. Kjerstad had in that one game? Out of 26
10.
runs? He had 10 RBIs.
Yeah,
You're correct. 10 RBIs.
Yeah, Holiday had a monster game too.
10 RBIs, 2 home runs, AAA Player of the Week, 31 ranked prospect in the majors. I'm taking him over anyone on the Athletics in a heartbeat. He is my prospect of the week. He's AAA Player of the Week. Kjerstad going to be another superstar that the Orioles have. They're just loaded. They got to make some trades. They can bring in some other guys. The Orioles are set up for a long time, Francisco. If some guys don't pin out, they'll have another guy ready waiting in the wings. Kjerstad, 10 RBIs, 2 home runs. He's been unbelievable. AAA Player of the Week. That's my prospect of the week right there. Baltimore Orioles do it again.
The Athletics would have scored 40 runs. All right. Relax. You gotta relax, bud. You must relax. You're thinking too emotional. You're all in your bag about the A's, Orioles. Emotional. Ellie's on your mind. You're emotional.
Ellie is on my mind.
Yeah, you're an emotional guy. You're emotional.
But no, seriously. I mean, the Orioles have a ridiculous farm system, and to score 26 runs, Kjerstad, he had a ridiculous week to start off the year. I could not pick anybody else. I mean, he was ridiculous. He had the 10 RBI game. That's a record. So
yeah, I came mad at the pick.
You can't be mad. It wasn't Jackson Holiday. I told you it wasn't Jackson Holiday.
All right, so I got your analytic / advanced stat of the week. I got a couple for you.
Let's do it. All right, I'm ready. All
right, so Matt Strahm for the Phillies. You know his ERA right now is it's 3.86, but everything else is telling me that he is not about to do well for the Phillies. I like Matt Strahm a lot, but I'm just saying his Baseball Savant page is telling us right now, Nick, that he is due for some bad outings. His expected ERA, 8.09. His hard hit percentage, 61.5%. That's bottom 4% of the league. Now, again, it's small sample size. You got like 5 innings pitched, but still, it's a reliever. All right. Expected WOBA combined with contact. WOBA weighted on base average. It's kind of on base percentage, but it just takes it a step further. It's not just getting on base. It's how you get on base. That's what it takes into consideration there. 626. That's bottom 1% of the league. His expected WOBA, bottom 8% of the league. Expected slugging percentage, bottom 2% of the league at 682. And expected batting average is 344, bottom 7% of the league. So Matt Strahm's Baseball Savant page right now for 2024 is my advanced stat of the week. His ERA, it's cute, under 4, but I think he's due to get touched up here. I actually think he might have came into the game tonight, so we might have to double check on what he's done in this St. Louis game. Go ahead.
Way to bring us down. Thank you for that. Listen, what is the hate? What is the hate with Matt Strahm right now?
It's not hate. It's just I'm just looking at his Savant page. And I'm telling you that there's potential. He could have
potential.
That's all I'm saying. I didn't say that he's going to.
My analytic brethren. This is a guy who's got a baseball card show. I enjoy Matt Strahm. Why do you got to paint a negative picture for him?
You want to give me another thing about Matt Strahm that I've noticed lately? I don't know if I told you.
What have you noticed?
Do you like Star Wars?
I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I can't say I'm a big Star Wars guy.
Do you know Jar Jar Binks?
I have no idea what you just said. I'm not even going to lie. I have no idea what you just said.
If I show you a picture of Jar Jar Binks, you're going to say, oh, wait, that's Matt Strahm. That is Matt Strahm, my friend.
Wow, what are you hating on Matt? You're making fun of him. You're bringing up bad numbers.
No, I like Jar Jar
What
Binks,
a-
man. This isn't
My
the shot.
goodness.
It's just the Strom's hair, his nose. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying the eyes. Obviously, the eyes aren't Matt Strom's eyes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Look at that.
I need. Where's Tom at? Tom
who?
Tom commented. I need him to send you another text to humble you again.
What did he say? What did he say?
Tom commented. He said, "Swing and a miss. LOL. You had it coming for a long time." By the way.
Oh my gosh. He. You know what? I'll have a talk with him soon. I'll be seeing him this weekend potentially.
Yeah. But what
yeah.
the hell? What the hell? We hate, like, all of a sudden we're just.
It's not a hate.
Oh,
He looks like Jar Jar Binks. I'm just telling you. I want to tweet it out so bad, but I don't want to be disrespectful.
You just said it on air.
I know.
You basically did. You basically tweeted it out.
Should I tweet it out? But maybe I should.
Oh my God. I want to preface this. I am no match.
What? You're cutting out.
I love baseball show. I love the whole thing. And Savant, he's gonna have a great year. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Can you just repeat that one more time?
He's gonna have
cut
a
out
great
a little
year.
bit.
Oh yeah. I was flipping out on you because the hell with baseball savant. Matt Strom's gonna have a great year. I am not in any way associated with Francisco's nonsense tonight.
Gee. What's funny? I told Tom over the weekend. I made the comment about Jar Jar Binks with the Matt Strom thing, and he agreed with me. So
that's fine.
There you go, bud. Look at there. There you go.
What are we doing here?
It's the ears. It's just
you
like the. See his ears? It kind of looks like Matt Strom.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, yes, it does. We got who's that? We got Liam Neeson playing Mace Windu. Not Mace Windu. Who would that be? It's Matt Strom on your Jar Jar Binks right there. Right? I can't use my finger. There we go. And then who is that right there on the right? Who would that be? What pitcher is that? Is that a young Jacob deGrom with the long hair?
I can't deal with you tonight. Oh God!
I'm just answer the question.
I have no idea. I don't know. I got no answer. No comment. Nothing. Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Stat of the week.
Stat of the week goes to Jar Jar Binks. Stat of the week goes to Jar Jar Binks. Man, I've had a long day, bud. I worked overnight. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I can tell you worked the overnight. I mean,
yeah,
it's getting to you.
I'm so glad that I was able to get the Jar Jar Binks take off.
You gonna add that in your top 5?
Yeah, top 5 Star Wars lookalikes.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually would be fun.
Oh, jeez.
I'd get myself killed. Oh,
that's definitely not headed into my Knicks Nuggets. That's for sure.
We need Knicks Nuggets. Like, well, I don't know what silly show do you like? Not that Star Wars is silly.
A silly show? Well, Star Wars is a little silly. I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but silly show. I mean, I'm a big Seinfeld guy. You know that.
Yeah. Who looks like who's the short chubby guy? What's his name?
Oh, George.
Yeah. Who looks like Costanza?
Looks like Costanza.
Give me a baseball player who looks like Costanza.
Gotta find a guy who's balding.
Bartolo Colon?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
I'd
have to think about it. You know, the Yankees had a big part in that series. Like George worked for the Yankees. He's assistant to traveling secretary.
I think David Justice was in an episode, I believe. Could be.
You might be right. The Mets. What's his name? Who's the broadcaster for the Mets?
Keith Hernandez.
Yeah, Keith Hernandez was in there. Was a whole episode surrounding him. The Phillies. It was like the Mets versus the Phillies. That game they went to. Keith Hernandez supposedly. Yeah. So that was in the it was in the 90s. So, only 93 was a good year. But
only year.
What a way to end the show today.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks. Shout out to Matt Strom. That's no disrespect. I think Matt. I bet you. I think Matt is a Star Wars fan. I bet you that he's gotten that comparison before, and he takes it as a compliment.
I highly doubt it.
I think if he heard me say that to him, I think he'd laugh.
I hope.
Yeah, I don't think he's the type of guy. He's an interesting character. It seems like I don't think he would be like, "Yo, don't disrespect me like that. I'm gonna smack the ish out of you." Like, I don't think he would do that. You know what I mean? You don't think so? I think we should try. I think we should try to get to a Phil's game. I think we should try to get in the press box. Go down to the locker room, and we should bring it up to him.
You want to ask him,
Yeah.
hey, do you think you look like this character from Star Wars?
Or maybe I'll go around the locker room and I'll ask other players what they think. I think that would be a better idea. Like I'll ask Castellanos. Well, Castellanos would probably try to punch me or something because I could see that. I think Castellanos would try to. He would either die laughing or he would try to kill me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You need some sleep. I think. You need to go to bed.
Kicking me off the show, huh?
You need to go to bed. Well, before we go, I want to end on a positive note.
Sure.
Great. This is, we got to talk about it. Elly De La Cruz, as we were recording live, he's hit 2 home runs tonight, 450 feet, the first one, and then he hit it inside the park home run. The guy's just so electric. And I'm the Elly Stan Club here on the shift. And, Francisco is a known hater of Elly De La Cruz. You texted me during the Philly series when he made a couple errors. He made some mistakes. It's okay. It was raining.
Everyone was talking about it. I wasn't the only one.
And I'm going to stand by him any day of the week. I will stand by Elly De La Cruz. Big night tonight for the Elly De La Cruz fan club here on the shift. Just wanted to put that out there. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I got you. That's it. Yeah, Elly, keep playing better defense, bud. That's all I'm gonna say. In all seriousness, like Elly just like put on display like what he did last year. Honestly, a little bit.
Yep.
It's like he can show you in 2 at bats what he can do on the field, and it's insane.
It's crazy.
Inside the park home run, 450 on a bomb. It's insane. So truly exciting. Great for sports, great for baseball. Stuff. Episode 50 of The Shift. Shout out to Matt Strom. I know you're rocking with the comparison. I know you are. If you aren't, I do apologize in all seriousness, but I know you rock with it. Episode 50 of The Shift. We'll be back. Talk to you guys soon.